Hello, my name is William James, and welcome to this episode of The Bald Book Geek. This is kind of a repost and a re-edit of a former video that I did that I feel is even more applicable now than when I first did it. It's called Fake Tolkien Fans. And with recent people on Twitter getting basic facts wrong, hot-taking, and sort of the drama behind the scenes of the Amazon thing, and that whole mess, Christopher Tolkien dies and then they fire everyone and bring in new writers. And sort of these people misinterpreting history and misinterpreting what's been said and what's been done. And I feel really mean making this video, but I am kind of over people LARPing as Tolkien fans. I watched the movies once, 20 years ago, and I think I read part of, one of the books. And all of my Lord of the Rings knowledge is based on gay Hobbit and elf fan fiction on wherever. No. You don't have to have read the books to be a fan, by the way. You don't have to have seen the movies. But a basic Google search, just to give you some information on these people making bad hot takes, and even more hot takes. And it's just embarrassing at this point. So please enjoy the video. And please give this a like, a thumbs up, a share. Thank you for the one person, Roger, who is disliking every video that I make. So thank you. And enjoy the show. Let's talk about fake fans. So there is a phenomenon, of people, especially chiming in on Twitter, blue ticks, people like that, who demand representation, demand diversity, all of this stuff, demand woke content, but they have no interest in the content they're demanding it from. And I'm all for representation and diversity in a natural context. I don't like forced diversity or representation because 99% of the stuff we're seeing now is tokenism. And I think that's absolutely repugnant and talks down to the audience. But I'm seeing a lot over The Lord of the Rings on Amazon and these fake Tolkien fans. And I've seen people, I'm not going to give credence to this person, but there was an article last year called Why Tolkien Fans Black People Exist, and it was the most ridiculous clickbait. It was almost comical. But what makes me laugh, if you knew anything about Tolkien, letters he wrote, opinions, so on, you would know that he isn't a racist, and you're reading way too into this. Just check out the letters he sent, his reply to the German publisher. Fascinating, and when so much sarcasm and cynicism, it's brilliant. But this trend for trying to appease these people on the internet who have no interest in the work of Marvel, of DC, of Tolkien, of Star Trek. They have no interest in it, but they want to sit on their pet platform and scream about it, and then attack people when it doesn't do well, when it is super, air quotes, woke. The cis white men are evil. As a cis white guy, I apparently not allowed to have an opinion, which frustrates me. And as a gay man in my 30s, I may as well be invisible, to be honest. So, yay. But yeah, you have this whole mess of these people that are calling out for this stuff, but they have no interest in the media. They're not fans, they're fake fans. They are completely fake. And chiming back to that article on why Tolkien Fans Black People Exist, is that it made me laugh because the only place she saw herself in the entire thing was the orcs. If you are so desperate for representation in media, and you go to the one thing that you think, which it doesn't, by the way, represents you, is negative, that says a lot about you as a human being, and a lot of your own issues coming forward there. I think we see this trend, we see this trying to appease these people. Why are companies trying to sell to these people? Why are they trying to sell it to people who have no vested interest in the media that they're talking about? People that may have watched a few trailers or a Lindsay Ellis deep dive on Lord of the Rings on the internet and think they know everything. Or people that are not really people but lots of bots. The fake wokeness of Twitter is one of the most cringeworthy things of the 21st century, and the fact that now with sort of the death of Tumblr, all of this horrid, backstabbing, bitchy fakeness, is kind of reactionary content, hot takes, is now flooding Twitter. So we're back at Tumblr 2014 style. Companies need to know who they're selling their product to, and don't take advice from Twitter. I don't take book recommendations from Twitter unless I know the person very well. I don't trust Twitter. My Twitter is so muted down, I see advertising about 9 people. But the whole situation is that if you are trying to sell media to people who don't have an interest in the book, in the film, in the television series, in the comic book, in the whatever, why are you listening to them? They just want to win a battle. They are weaponizing this, and they use it to shut you up, and they use it to destroy things. We see it over and over and over again, that people are so, it's parasitic almost. It's like the black ooze of venom just crawling over everything. At the end of the day, companies need to realise who the fans are and sell to them, and not these morons with blue ticks and screaming on Twitter and all of that crap that has very little to nothing to do with Tolkien or anything. It's a fantasy world. It's this big thing, and Tolkien's a really rich world to explore, and without Tolkien we wouldn't have the fantasy that we have today, and I'm going to get in trouble for saying a lot of this stuff. But at the end of the day, if you have no interest in consuming this media, why the hell are you screaming about it on the internet? Maybe you need to go outside, read a book, touch some grass, get some fresh air, maybe take your medication.